What is up? It's a Figure Hunter, and this is going to be a specialty video for the new Garmin Forerunner 265, looking specifically at the AMOLED screen that's now on the 265 and 965, and analyzing more in detail the watch faces and data fields available for them. Because when the 265 and 965 came out, and I saw it on reviews, I didn't love all the watch faces I saw when a couple of the reviewers scanned through them, and I didn't love the color gradient change where every face had a two-color fade from one color to another. I didn't love that. And so I was really interested to dive in and see how we could tweak or adjust these settings. And I gotta say, I do love it now. I love the AMOLED screen is just so crisp coming from the Enduro 2, which has a bright transflective. So I've never had problems reading it, but this is just so crisp and clear. And the data fields I do think are good. It's lacking the training load data field as we saw it come out on some of the watches, but I still think it has some of the primary fields that we would want. And we're going to look at everything, what all the data fields, what the background changes you could make, the changes to the watch hands, changes to the pictures of the digital watch numbers and how you can surround it. We're just going to look at all of it because I really wanted to know, so I wanted to provide it for reviewers. So with that, let's dive in. All right, so just looking at the watch faces, you can see you always adjust it by holding here, but just looking at like how the layout looks, I love that I can see some of these specifics like my heart rate, 7-day score, average, heart rate variability nightly, the body battery, the recovery time until the next hard workout, weather, and battery. But if you want to look in detail at what metrics are available, because that came up as a question, especially in DC Rainmaker's review. So if we want to customize and we just want to look at data, we're going to go to this guy, and you can see all the data that are available. So we're going to go straight to the top, so you know the data fields that will come on all the watches. So here you go. You have the date 1, date 2, heart rate right now, your nightly heart rate over the last 7-day average. That is your intensity minutes for the week, VO2 max, steps for the day, calories, steps, how many stairs have you climbed? No, that's your intensity minutes. So this would be something else. Oh, stress. That's your stress score. So it's not on my wrist. That's why it's not showing. So body battery, your percent remaining of your battery life. It has a little graph, so the green, yellow goes down as you get closer. Next sunrise or the next sunset. That's the sunrise, actually. So it'll give you that gauge, how much altitude change, your barometer, your alternate time zone, your alarm, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 alarms set, your calendared appointments for today, your notifications that have yet been checked on the watch, the weather, as well as your recovery time and the number of miles you've run for this week. And that is it. You can turn it off. But those are the features that you can see. I just think, I gotta be honest, coming from a transflective, I've been using the Enduro 2 as my daily driver. This is just brilliant and visually stimulating and beautiful and easy to read. It's crisp, it's clear, it is just awesome. So we'll go back to the main metric, which is the body battery metric. So click this button, and I'll click back, save the changes. So you can customize as well by looking at changing the layout. I'll look at that for right now. Not that I want to disrupt the layout. You have a few feature options. These are all other watch faces that have been previously stored, but you can adjust the one particular watch face with a different layout design. I do like the colors of this, so we're going to go back to customize, and we can see the accent colors that now come with it. So we'll go all the way to the top. It's just giving you the full spectrum of what you could get on any of these watch faces. Then we'll look at the summary of watch faces again. So this is more of a two-tone, another two-tone. You'll get more of these two-tones, and then you'll go into more bold, sort of simple, straight colors, sort of the fade. More fades. And then you get into bold colors or simple colors, which I like. I don't like the fade. I think it looks soft. I just don't like it. I love this sort of neon. Go all the way to, I think, Nope, there's not even a white option. So go back to the neon. Oops. That's what I like. And then in the customize, that is it. We're going to say done. And there you go. So let's look at the watch faces sort of one at a time. We'll go all the way to the top. So this is the watch face that comes out of the box. Again, you can change the color gradients based on what you saw. You can change any of these data metrics based on what you saw as well. And that's the one that I like, the layout the best. You have one that has sort of more fade in the background, if you can see that on the camera. You have one that has sort of this sort of design in the, I mean, look at it. It's even got this little meter over here that probably adjusts some meter for a number of steps if you go all the way around. Little picture in the background. I don't like that background. Another little picture in the background. 2 big bold letters, as well as your VO2 max on the bottom and your number of, you can change these meters. These are sort of like gauges you can change. So if you were to go and say, I want to do this one and I want to customize it, and then I want to change the data. So you go here, you can see the types of data that you could see. And this is another type of information you would get on multiple watch faces if it has one of these big bars up top. You can see the types of information that are going to come through. But each of them are sort of in a gauge format. So you can see I'm almost at my weekly goal for intensity minutes. Battery is going to fill once I wear it to like from 0 to 100%. Again, just really love the body battery because I think it's the best physiological metric on the planet. Some basic information, which is not going to give you the little bars. So your recovery time, you can see that tick down, get a little bar there. So go, okay, well, we're just going to go out of that. And we're going to go, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and save this. So we're going to keep going. Super basic, but you can change the colors. You can make these things disappear if you just want a little watch. That one's kind of cool because it has a fade in the back. So let's change the color format or see. The dials and the hands can be changed. So the dial, oh, look at that. That was not in one of the options. Nice. You can customize all sorts of stuff here, but that one's kind of cool with the hands because before it just had the clock over here, the physical analog time or digital time, I mean. So let's go back to this guy. And now let's customize, see what the customized hands look like. Get a little second hand, fill in both circles. Ooh, let's fill in both circles and then we'll change the gradient. Let's look at all of them. See that one enough. We'll go with the full with the second hand. They don't have full without a second hand. So we'll do that. Now we got the hands. Let's see what the data, you know, we can just change any of these data pieces. So we'll just click through all of it as if we just got done with it. We'll go back to customize and we'll look at accent colors because that's what I want to see. We'll go all the way to the top. Okay, so you have the two-tone accent colors, really strong in the beginning. You can see the background here fades a little bit. I love that it has these little tick marks. The tick marks are sharp. Might even switch to this. I like neon green. It's like a green yellow, actually, if you're sitting here with me. The only thing I wish it had was, yeah, it doesn't have it. It doesn't have a red. I would love to have the hands be maybe white and then red tick marks because that would stand out, just the tick marks themselves. But I'll just see how this turns out. That same neon green and apply. It's late at night, yes. So those are the watch faces that you can see. I think we covered the spectrum of them. Oh yeah, so you can see that. So like with this one, I would go, no, I'm going to customize that and I'm going to change the dial. And we're going to go with that guy. Oh yeah, now that is the money shot because you just got a date, you got some hands, and you got tick marks. And we're not going to look at anything else except for we're not going to change the dial. We just did that. We're not going to change the hands. Well, maybe we will. Solid hands. And then, oh, come on. Customize. Now we don't want to change any data because we just like it super clean and simple. But we don't want, Dadgummit, give me just white hands. I guess it doesn't believe in just white. You will take a color gradient or a solid color. You have no choice in this. I want blue. That's too much of a gradient because I just don't like gradients. No, that doesn't quite gel. We need like a dark blue. A yellow neon. Oh, man. Well, either way, some third-party app will come up with it, but still, love the little date thing. Just clean and simple. They don't give you enough choices for the watch. Let's do this. Let's go here, and then we will customize it with hollow hands to take out some of the color. Take a look at all the hands. Fine. I don't like the way that looks. Okay, we'll just go with that. And wait for it to time out. Or you can always time it out by just putting your palm over it. It's supposed to time it out. There you go. Just clean and simple and super, super minimalistic. But I really like that. And those are the watch faces for the Garmin 265 in depth. There you have it. Those are the watch faces of the Garmin Forerunner 265 and likely a mirror image or a similar image to the 965. We'll look at that when I get it in a few weeks. It's the Fit Gear Hunter. Thanks so much for watching.